Deep in the rainforests of Central America, something impossible has been hiding in plain sight. For over 1,000 years, entire cities lay buried beneath the jungle canopy, their pyramids swallowed by vines, their secrets locked in stone. But in 2024, when a graduate student was casually browsing online data from an environmental monitoring project, he stumbled upon something extraordinary. Using laser technology designed to measure forest carbon, researchers discovered over 6,500 structures previously unknown to science, including a massive city called Valeriana, home to as many as 50,000 people at its peak. This wasn't a remote, forgotten corner of the Maya world. It was a 15-minute hike from a major road. How many more lost cities are waiting to be found? The Maya civilization began around 2000 BCE, emerging from the steamy lowlands and highlands of what we now call Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador. These weren't primitive jungle dwellers. They were mathematical geniuses who invented the concept of 0 centuries before Europe understood it. They built sprawling cities without metal tools or wheeled vehicles, constructed observatories that tracked Venus with stunning precision, and developed a writing system of intricate hieroglyphs that recorded their kings, their gods, and their place in the cosmos. Their astronomers calculated the solar year to within thousandths of a day of modern measurements. Their pyramids aligned perfectly with equinoxes, casting serpent shadows that slithered down temple steps as the sun set. At their height during the Classic period, from 250 to 900 CE, the Maya weren't a single empire but a tapestry of rival city-states, Tikal, Calakmul, Palenque, Capan, locked in cycles of alliance and warfare. Then something catastrophic happened. Between the 8th and 9th centuries, the southern lowlands experienced what archaeologists call the classic Maya collapse. Within decades, cities that had thrived for centuries were abandoned. Monuments stopped being carved, trade routes fell silent, but this wasn't a simple story of extinction. Recent discoveries paint a far more complex picture. Researchers analyzing ancient lake sediments found evidence of devastating droughts, some reducing rainfall by 70% during peak periods. Water reservoirs dried up, crops failed, but drought alone doesn't explain everything. Excavations reveal intensifying warfare, cities burned deliberately, their buildings smashed, civilians caught in the crossfire. At Witsna, archaeologists found layers of ash from a massive fire around 700 CE, matching charcoal deposits in a nearby lake, evidence of total war long before scholars thought it possible. Population pressures mounted. Forests were cleared for farmland and fuel, destabilizing the very environment that sustained them. Elite rulers, focused on monumental building projects and ritual warfare, may have lost touch with their people's needs. Yet the collapse wasn't universal. Northern cities like Chichen Itza and Uxmal flourished for centuries longer, their access to coastal trade routes and underground water sources, called cenotes, providing lifelines. The Maya didn't vanish. They adapted, dispersed, and endured. Over 7 million Maya people live in their ancestral homelands today, speaking more than 30 languages, guardians of an unbroken cultural thread stretching back millennia. Now technology is rewriting what we thought we knew. LiDAR, light detection and ranging, uses laser pulses fired from aircraft to penetrate jungle canopy and map the ground beneath. In 2024, archaeologists analyzing old environmental survey data discovered not just Valeriana, but evidence that the Maya landscape was far denser, far more complex than anyone imagined. Just months later, another team uncovered a burial chamber at Chachkatam containing a jade mosaic mask of a Maya ruler, fragments painstakingly reassembled from materials sourced 200 miles away. At Caracal in Belize, researchers found the tomb of T.K. Chak, founder of a dynasty that ruled for over 460 years. Each discovery adds pieces to an immense puzzle. Water filtration systems using zeolite minerals, agricultural terraces carved into hillsides, causeways linking cities across impossible distances. The Maya created one of history's most sophisticated civilizations in one of Earth's most challenging environments, without draft animals, without metal tools, without the wheel. They understood that time moved in cycles, that history repeated, that humanity's relationship with nature demanded balance. Their collapse stands as a haunting reminder. Climate stress, resource depletion, political instability, social inequality, these weren't separate crises but threads woven together, each pulling the others tighter. When one thread snapped, the whole tapestry unraveled. But their story doesn't end in ruins. It endures in the descendants who carry their blood, speak their languages, and walk the same paths their ancestors carved through the rainforest. It whispers from temple walls where hieroglyphs still wait to be deciphered, in codices that survived Spanish fires, in cities still hidden beneath the green darkness. The Maya understood something we're only beginning to grasp, that civilizations are fragile, that prosperity can vanish in a generation, that ignoring warning signs invites catastrophe. Yet they also proved that cultures can endure beyond collapse, that knowledge can survive in oral traditions, that resilience runs deeper than stone. As researchers continue peeling back layers of jungle and time, one thing becomes clear. We haven't found all the Maya cities. We haven't solved all their mysteries. And in the shadows of their achievements and their fall, we might find reflections of ourselves, warnings we'd be wise to heed before it's too late.